February 1st, 2020, at 13:17 hours, the fire department received a report of a structure fire located at the address 614 May Street. First alarm assignment was dispatched. According to the dispatch log, the first company arrived on scene within a short period of time. First arriving company reported seeing dense black smoke issuing from the eaves and the roof vents of the residence. The first due engine company proceeded to the northeast corner, noted as A and D, of the house and forced open a door. You can see here on the screen, this is the photo attached of the door. Interior attack crews reported they discovered the fire to be involved of an area around the TV in the living room. Units found very heavy to moderate smoke conditions in the living room area, giving it near zero visibility. Interior crews stated that the structure had minor smoke conditions with good visibility throughout the rest of the structure. I've also attached a photo of a view from the living room facing into the kitchen area, so you can see that there's very little smoke damage throughout. Search and rescue operations were said that they abandoned search because the family arrived stating that they was Good afternoon. So on February 1st, 2020, at 13:17 hours, the fire department received a report of a structure fire located at the address of 166. Good afternoon. On February 1st, 2020, at 13:17 hours, the fire department received a report of a structure fire located at the address 614 May Street. First alarm assignment was dispatched, and according to the dispatch log, the first company arrived on scene within a very short period of time. The first arriving company reported seeing dense black smoke issuing from the eaves and the roof vents of the residence. The first due engine company proceeded to the northeast corner, noted as A and D, of the house and forced open a door. Photos attached here of that door that they forced entry into. The interior attack crews reported that they discovered fire to be involved in an area around the TV in the living room. Units found heavy to moderate smoke conditions in the living room area, giving it near zero visibility. Interior crews stated that the structure had minor smoke conditions with good visibility throughout the rest of the structure. Also attached a photo. This is a view from the living room facing into the kitchen area, where you can see that there's very little to any smoke staining throughout there. So search and rescue operations were said to be abandoned because the family arrived stating that they just came from the store and no one was home. On-call investigator was notified, which is me. While I was responding, a full alarm assignment was dispatched with children trapped 3 blocks from the scene. Crews advised that they had to quickly finish loading hose and respond to that fire, leaving the scene unsecured. My arrival was within 2 minutes from when the crews went en route per the dispatch logs. Upon my arrival, the homeowners were not on scene. Per department SOP and city ordinance requirements, I started the cause and origin investigation utilizing NFPA 921 with a systematical approach. I worked from exterior to interior utilizing a right-hand pattern, taking photos along the way. I then proceeded inside the unsecured structure from the unburned side to the burned side, taking photos as well as a right-hand search pattern. While performing my investigation, I noticed that personal items appeared to be missing, like family photos and such. The house also appeared to be kind of staged with old furniture and a broken TV. Upon further investigation, I noted some type of device melted behind the TV. Since at this time I was just in step 3 of gathering data with NFPA 921, utilizing the scientific method approach, I took photos, collected, and labeled the evidence scans with the melted device and its location where it was collected. There was also noted what looked like pour patterns of some sort behind the TV towards the kitchen. Samples from the pour patterns were first photographed, then collected, put into the evidence cans where they were labeled for their location and taken with an incident number. It was at this point that I felt that the scene could be possibly incendiary or even arson. I had immediately notified law enforcement as it might be a crime scene. I was going to remain on scene until PD arrived when the homeowners returned to the scene with their attorney. Found this to be a little odd. But the attorney stated that I had made entry into the residence without permission, and any and all evidence collected must be suppressed due to the chain of custody. The defendant's attorney stated that the evidence obtained was in violation of the homeowner's constitutional right, including the Fourth Amendment right against a warrantless search and seizure. It is not my job to argue with subjects on scene. I feel there is a time and a place for that. This is the reason why we're at the point we are now with this video conversation. Your Honor, this scene is not so much different than the case of Michigan versus Tyler in the 436 U.S. 499th in 1978. As you know, in that case, advised that evidence of arson discovered in the course of such investigation is admissible at trial, but if the investigation officials find probable cause to believe that the arson has occurred and require further access to gather evidence for probable prosecution, they may obtain a search warrant only upon traditional showing of probable cause applicable to searches for evidence of crime. It was for this very reason that when I felt this could be arson, I had immediately contacted law enforcement and left the active scene. I was still on location in the public roadway right outside of the residence. When I had gathered the evidence, it was in accordance with my city ordinance and department policies for determination of cause and origin. Immediately once I felt the possibility of arson, I left the scene and contacted law enforcement. All evidence was photographed, collected, labeled, in accordance again with department policy approved by the district attorney's office. I am respectfully requesting the evidence collected not to be suppressed in the event the charges are filed.